Hello there again, everybody. This is going to be Jungle League number 119. Playing a Traverse the Ulvenwald list. It's an interesting card. If you've got Delirium, you can tutor for any creature in your deck. So, along that path, we've got a couple cool one-ofs that are good tutor targets. Playing only one Tarmogoyf because this is a version of the deck that's more lending to multi-for-ones as opposed to just solid beaters. So like most of the creatures in this deck will usually be able to accumulate some kind of value on their own. But if I do need just one big generic beater, I've got a Tarmogoyf to fetch. I've got a Clothis if I need some life gain, and also just an excellent grindy tool. Grist is in fact a creature everywhere except the battlefield, which includes the library, which means we can traverse for it. Then I've got a single copy of Fury. So these things obviously means we are not companioning Luris, and so we've got some other cool tutor targets in the sideboard, including Plague Engineer and Obsidian Charmaw. So let's look at the metagame as it sits today. It is February 27th, and this is what the top tables are looking like. That's a 30-day refresh. Let's look at a 7. Eldrazi popping back up with Hammer Time following all the way down here. Interesting. Okie Let's get the show on the road. My girlfriend made me, or sorry, fiance made me a water bottle for my birthday. And she printed out some stickers, which I'm sure y'all would appreciate. Oop, there it is. Not an exciting hand. We've got Channeler on 1, which is about the only redeeming factor here. I'll just get the Blood Crypt with it. And then if we really, really needed to, we could Boseiju next turn, but I doubt we'll need to. Ex-girlfriend, yeah, technically. Oop, the Luris Companion's like kind of hidden up there. Wonder if I can get it to show back up. There we go. Alright, Grist down, which is both a creature and a planeswalker in the yard. So we're actually only one type away from Delirium now. Ren and 6. That was pretty much the perfect draw. I'll cast it first because maybe we hit Delirium and can attack for a little bit more. So we've got creature, land, planeswalker, sorcery. Perfect. And then I will attack before picking up the land because I obviously want to keep the Delirium. In fact, there's a chance I just don't want to return the land because if the opponent has a Ren and 6 of their own, it's a pretty big disaster. So I think I'm going to do is just plus and not even target anything. Spellbomb main deck. Alright, so probably an Urza Saga pile. Marsh Flats, I'm not sure they would have in a Jund deck, but I suppose not impossible. Another Channeler. Alright, I'll lead on attack. If I plus the Ren and 6, they'll probably just pop the Spellbomb. But they'll probably pop it now anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay. They do know about the Liliana, so it's unlikely they'll just play right into it. I think I want to play second Channeler and then probably just hold up a Beseiju. So I'll play it off of this. Play that. I could just shoot it immediately and then buy it back immediately. It's probably unlikely this is going to hit anything else this turn anyway. Let's go ahead and do it. Actually, I guess they could play Urza Saga. Urza Saga is something we would want to shoot immediately. So yeah, let's just plus on nothing. And say go. So they know our hand. It is Abzan. Goif. Okay. Do I want to Beseiju this? Honestly, why not? We're getting it back for free anyway. I don't think we'll quite get to see the strip mine mode of this since they can get shocklands. So this looks like a pretty easy Liliana. I'm gonna wait to get back Beseiju because in the if we hit Delirium now, we're gonna be able to attack for 6. Sorcery creature land. Alright, well, okay, so we're not getting Delirium. I suppose we couldn't have gotten Delirium. Yeah, and they just scooped the Liliana. I mean, they knew we had Liliana, so a little curious the game went that way, but okay. I'm happy about it. So we've got a KO Diamonds Imposter. Assuming they're Urza Saga-ing, Ashiok's probably good to stop the search. They're definitely a Goif deck. They're not a Channeler deck though, so Spellbomb probably gets worse. I don't think I would need Engineer. The sideboard isn't necessarily tuned for Abzan mid-range. I guess some number of spell bombs are probably acceptable. In terms of things that I would want to take out, anticipating graveyard hate from the opponent, maybe I should take out some number of like traverses or something like that. Against the mid-range deck, I tend to not like discard spells, so I guess what I could even do is just like do something like this, leave in 1 Inquisition just because I don't have another good card to bring in. It is a grindy matchup, so there's a reason to bring in Kolaghan's Command, but there are removals likely to be like exiling based, things like Prismatic Ending, and that new white instant that you can exile white cards from your hand, like Kitten's like March of something. So like it's unlikely to return a creature, and 2 damage is unlikely to kill something. I mean, it is probably better than like an Inquisition, just because I typically don't like these. Period. So maybe we can play 1 Kolaghan's Command. If they're playing like a Stoneforge package, it could be good, but we know they're probably not, right? Because they're companioning Luris, so they probably don't have any of the good equipment if they are. Let's do this. This is a keeper. Blood Crypt on 1. I could Stomping Ground on 1 to try to eventually traverse, but we do need lots of black mana because of Liliana. And obviously want a monkey first, so this looks like a Blood Crypt pretty easily. If you want to use the commands, you have to put the exclamation mark first. There you go. So no fatal push from the opponent. They could still have something like Prismatic. Or that March of Underworldly Light, I think it's called. Goif. Alright, so I don't have Delirium to be able to heat that. There's not an instant, and there's also not a creature. I could double Unholy Heat it. We would add instant, so this would be a 3/4. Honestly, I kind of like it. Let me just double heat it, get it out of the way. Connect with Ragavan, and then next turn, if they play a single threat, I can Liliana it, and then have a good follow-up in Traverse and backup Monkey. That's a fine spot. If the opponent has Liliana of their own, I could just dash second Monkey and kill it. So I think all the bases are covered if I just take the 2-for-1 on myself here. Yeah, because we're only adding instants. I believe this works. If they have something like what's that stupid thing? Endurance, they could add creature as well. But that would also remove instant. So this should just work. I guess if they binge creature, yeah. So this, if they've got endurance, it'll be unfortunate. But even then, it's not that bad. Okay. Jam. Trigger. We hit Fatal Push. Well, I'm not going to be casting that. Voidwalker, completely acceptable. My Verdant Catacombs is gonna go to exile, but I'm alright with that. I'll just get a basic swamp here. Cast my Liliana. Minus target you. Connect. I guess they couldn't have blocked anyway, so I should have hit first to see what I find. Thoughtseize is interesting. I'll bobble first, so I can get some information on what I should be taking. And Magic Online is running slow at the moment, so I think that means they've conceded. Perfect. So far, so good. I would love to go first. We have... This is a rough one. So we can go turn 1 Forgotten Cave tapped, or I could just go turn 1 basic Swamp. If I go Swamp on 1, I can't guarantee... I can't for sure get a Renin 6 on turn 2. This one on tapped land, this would be a snap keep. That said, it's probably still a keep, and I still think I should probably cast a discard spell on 1. So we might be playing this game on the slow side, but I don't think I can ship. It is... Ooh, this is not going to be a good game 1. I guess I'm taking Thrilling Discovery, which is the only enabler. They could cast Conflagrate for X is 0, and then next turn discard their entire hand to it. So that's a route this game is likely to go that I don't easily win. They're just not casting it. Interesting. Perhaps they're wanting to keep up something like this Dark Blast. Alright, well, we don't know that there's something we would want to take. I guess worst case, we can take Narcomoeba. This is the last turn where we'd be able to nail one of their 2-mana enablers. These Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions are already pretty terrible. I think given that this is the last time I'm going to have an ability to take one of their enablers, I have to cast it now. Alright, don't want to take a Dredger, don't want to take Conflagrate. I guess I'll just take Narcomoeba. Yeah, this hand is obviously not very good versus Dredge. What does winning this game look like? I probably have to find my Tarmogoyf either by drawing it or traversing for it. A few things need to happen for that to go that way, though. We need to get Delirium, and we need to find a green source. Alright, so there's Conflagrate for 0. I guess Fetch Land would be a healthy start, because we can get Ren and 6 going. Fury. Not exactly. So if we dash Monkey, they're just going to Dark Blast it, and we don't want that happening, so I guess we'll pass. So their hand is 3+1 that we don't know about. Here comes Conflagrate, probably. For discarding Thug, discarding City of Brass, discarding Dark Blast. So they only capped the one card we didn't already know about. So right now the turn is looking like Dash Monkey. Yeah, they don't have Dark Blast in their hand as far as we're aware since they ditched it. If they've got another one, so be it. Not really in a position to play around the second copy. And I can't just play it because then they'll just Dredge Blast. Probably about 5% to win this game. Not super hopeful prospects. Alright, so Silver Smoke Ghoul means they're going to get that back because of the Creeping Chill. So that's going to be a 3-1. Alright. Basic Mountain. Not the land I was hoping for. I can sacrifice the treasure, cast this Ren and 6. I think what I've got to do is evoke this Fury and dash Monkey again. I mean, maybe one of the only realistic routes I have to winning this game is to, like, hard cast Fury and try to get in with that. But my life total is getting low quickly. Not ideal. Yeah, I think what I have to do is evoke Fury, dash Monkey again. Not great. And then, hopefully Monkey can, I guess, do at least a little bit of work. Yep, you can put a creature on top. Narcomoeba's going to hit the field for free. We're going to have to ping it out of the way. Yeah, we've got a lot of trudging through the dredging to do. All right, so play the mountain. Do it this way. I can still cast Ren and 6 by tapping Swamp. All right, so I don't think there's anything that we would want to cast off the opponent's library. Although I guess they're not getting Narcomoeba actually, right? Because we're gonna steal it. Do I just cast the Narcomoeba? Honestly, sure. It's a 1/1. Weird game. So they do have Otherworldly Gaze as an instant speed play available to them. Let's see. I guess we'll just do this again. I'll attack with the Narcomoeba as well if I'm able to. Alright, they dredged Blast. Makes sense. Alright, honestly, I think I should probably just concede. We're pretty far from hitting the delirium. I guess we do have instant. Alright, what have they been? Okay, Dark Blast still. Alright, because they're gonna get Ox back, and then that should pretty much do it. I don't think even a Goyf would get through quickly enough at this point. We would have needed the Goyf a little bit earlier. Alright, so Dredge. Dredge. Alright, so obviously want the Spell Bombs. Want the Ashioks. I want the Plague Engineers. I could have played a little bit longer to see if they've got Bloodghast in the deck, but I mean, as it is, we can still just name Zombie for Silver Smoke Ghoul. Alright, so these are the 7 that we for sure want. I want the Clothis. Fury doesn't seem excellent. On the play, I think maybe discard is a necessary evil just because we can take the 2 mana enablers. We for sure want to get rid of these Lilianas though. The to the board removal also doesn't seem like it's going to be great, but maybe it may be just important enough to push damage through. Let's cut this Fury. This Grist also doesn't seem like it's going to be doing much. Clothis is going to be real slow, but its ability does matter. Maybe I can like just trim some of this board removal. Alright, so maybe something like this. I could maybe even consider Brutality, but I think Heat's probably going to be better. Just because it costs half the mana. Let's go first. Well, yikes. We've got a Spell Bomb, we've got a Ren and 6, but no way to guarantee the mana. Double Swamp has got to be the worst. Like, if I don't find a red source really quickly, I just pretty much immediately lose. I think I got a ship. Well, I guess I keep this one. Bottom the basic. I can Scry Trick myself. Oh, God. Well, that's the game. I don't actually have a way to deal with Leyline in the deck, I don't think. Land on top. Well, I can't draw the land. Alright, so that means we're just going to have to race. This is why a lot of people choose to play the slightly worse version of Nile Spellbomb, the whatchamacallit, Soul Guide Lantern, because Soul Guide doesn't target. Wish I had that turn 1, but we're here now. Dark Blast. Alright, this game's over. I have literally no ways to work through this ley line. I'll save everyone's time here. Alright, 1 and 1. Yep, that's a keep. Eldrazi-tron. Alright, well, this is the part where I cross my fingers for no Chalice of the Void. Oh god, they just have the turn 2 Thought Knot instead. Alright, well, I guess there goes Unholy Heat. Or, Ren 6 just doesn't do anything. They should take the Heat, probably. If they're scared of what Traverse can do, maybe they take that. No, yeah, they take the Heat. Makes sense. Not looking great. Playing the Planeswalker at least means that if they somehow don't have another creature and they attack the 1 and 6, maybe I get to connect. But we're far less than 5% to win off of their turn 2 Thought Knot and my hand of a bunch of lands. All right, that's the game. All right, turn 2 Thought Knot, turn 3 your Smasher was gonna be hard to beat anyway. Eldrazi. We for sure want Obsidian Charmaw. Kolaghan's Command also is going to be good. Play Engineer isn't going to just straight kill any Eldrazi, but it will at least trade and block via Death Touch. Everything else seems pretty fine. The opponent's playing a mid-range deck, so I tend to still not like discard spells, although taking a Chalice on the play, or even on my own turn 2, could be pretty important. Ren and 6s really don't do a whole lot of anything. I guess maybe we can start getting some of these land loops going, but even that seems not super likely. What if I just, like, cut 2 Inquisitions and 2 Ren and 6s? That could be alright. Something like that. Oh, wait, we went Alpine Moon. Apologies. Sorry to those yelling at me through the screen. So then I need 2 more cuts. I think I want all the 1-mana creatures. Yeah, maybe it is just 2 more Inquisitions. Thoughtseize obviously better because most of their stuff costs more than 3. We do have answers to Chalice now. 2 Kolaghan's commands primarily. Maybe this build needs more artifact answers. Chalice is going to be a headache. So I'll probably have to save my Kolaghan's commands for exactly Chalice. So we want turn 1 Monkey and some supporting material. 5 lands won't do it. Turn 1 Monkey with some supporting material. So we don't know that we'll be able to have a clear path to Delirium. But, I mean, both of these cards here are bad if we don't hit the Delirium. So if we do hit the Delirium, which one is better? Given that we've only got 1 threat here, I think I want to keep the Traverse and bottom the Heat. The opponent kept a 7. I'll turn to a Grist if I draw on tapped land, but if I don't, it is what it is. This is the only tap land in the deck. It's bitten me twice so far. Alright, we did draw the land though, so that's encouraging. Let's connect here. Rip that Chalice off the top. Nope. An Urza Saga though. Alright, so this will get Overgrown Tomb. And then let's cast this Grist. Plus. And then hopefully that starts helping us with Delirium. And so far, yes. Alright, so far so good. Terminate, not bad. Let's lead on an attack. See what Ragavan flips. If they've got another Eldrazi Temple, they can smash for me, so that's probably reason enough to hold up a Terminate in the absence of something better to do. Urza's Tower off of the top. I do think I want to continue developing my mana, so I'll probably just play this as a land. Plus again. Can we hit a type that isn't artifact or land? Planeswalker, one of the harder ones. That's good. Alright, so this game obviously going much better than last one. Yep, so they can get Temple if they want to smash for me here. They do get Temple. So I'll probably have to Terminate and then I guess ditch the Traverse. We're going to add instant either way off of us discarding a card. So I could Traverse for Obsidian Charmaw. So yeah, I want to keep the Traverse because I want to Charmaw them. Alright, so red, black, trigger, discard a card, yes. Liliana is a good draw too. Let's get Obsidian Charma. Honestly, at this point, let's just hit an Eldrazi Temple. No creatures in the yard currently. Let's just keep plussing. And Magic Online has lagged, so I think that means they've conceded. Cool. Alright, so that was a really good start for us after a really good start for them. Any changes now that we're on the draw? Don't think so. I could bring Discard back in, fearing Chalice, but it's going to be good only on turn 1 because the thing that we care about comes down on their turn 2. So if they've got the Chalice, again, I think we just have to hope that we've got the Kolaghan's Command for it, and then maybe on future iterations I make sure to have more Artifact Hate. Alright. So we don't have a Monkey, but we do have Channeler and hopefully some Quick Delirium. If they've got Chalice, the rest of the hand is turned off. But again, with only 2 answers to the Chalice in the deck, I don't think I can mulligan aggressively when this hand is already acceptable. They mulligan to 4. That should help. Maybe they were aggressively going for Chalice. Oh, that's an answer to a Chalice. Alright, so I should have played the Mire in the event that I want to get basic green to Beseiju. But not a huge deal to that. More lands on top. I'll bin more lands. Trigger again. I'll continue to bin more lands. They can't Thought Knot me here. So the timing on cracking these I don't think matters. I'll do one now and I'll do one after they've drawn a card to get maximum information. Monkey, okay. Temple that we knew about. So if they've got the Chalice here, we've got the Beseiju, which was pretty clutch. Alright, but they don't have Chalice. Interesting. Alright, so I mean, looking at this card here, probably not going to do a whole lot, given that they've got a map and they're likely to shuffle. Warping Whale is good to know about, though. We found the Kolaghan's Command. So far this is shaping up pretty well. I could dash the Monkey here. Alternatively, I could just play Tarmogoyf as a beater. We have 2 types in the yard. I think I want to get the Goyf down. If the opponent has a Thought Knot Seer, Goyf is going to be the only thing that can reliably outsize this. So let's attack first. And then I'll get Overgrown Tomb and cast Tarmogoyf. Getting Overgrown Tomb because we have lots of black mana commitments, given that Liliana is very good here. Alright. So they're shuffling away this whale. Alright, we've got a game. I would like to avoid playing this Beseiju as a land. Having Kolaghan's Command means we've got redundant answer to Chalice, which makes me less concerned about playing Beseiju from hand. Urza Saga, we've got Alpine Moon for that. If they Thought Knot, though, which it does look like they're doing, they'll probably have to take the moon. I mean, we've got an answer to it no matter what. And this is why I wanted to play the Goyf, right? Because like the Goyf is going to outsize this thing. If we Beseiju shoot this, that's going to add enchantment, which is still actually 1 type short of outsizing this. They do, in fact, take the Alpine Moon. Makes sense. Wow. Wow. Alright, well, I guess I'll just do that and play this as a land. Let's add a sorcery. This is going to mean they get at least one construct, but that's fine. I'll draw a card. Ren and 6. Cool. I am not going to play around Reality Smasher. In fact, I didn't really have a good way to do that anyway. They're probably just going to use the turn activating Saga. I guess they could just play another Thought Knot too. I guess here goes Kolaghan's Command. So we don't have Delirium, but we can plus the Liliana to create Delirium. They took the Ren and 6. Interesting. Oh, wow. Alpine Moon would have been pretty nutty, huh? And a Relic. Okay, well, they can't pop it immediately. Interesting. Heat. So if they Relic targeting me, I can just get rid of a land. So I have Sorcery, Artifact, Land. If I plus Liliana and discard an instant, I'll be in a pretty good spot. Alternatively, I could just Kolaghan's Command, get rid of the Relic, ship in with the Goyf. I could plus Liliana, discard creature, and then use the heat. And then I could also traverse. That seems good. That leaves them with the Relic, though, which means they're going to be able to shrink the Goyf. For now, though, this is, I think, probably just fine. Get rid of the monkey. We do now have Delirium. We can shoot this. Trigger that. So we're attacking for a chunk here. Another land. Does that land do anything? Not particularly. Draw a card. Another heat. Okay. I suppose that land would have meant I could have Kolaghan's commanded here, but I think I'm going to want to use the Kolaghan's command to get something out of the way so I can kill them. Less, obviously, drawing another removal spell makes me wish I had done it the other way around. And I do want to traverse now. So I have the Delirium while attempting to traverse. I could get the Charm on now. I don't actually have second red, though. Maybe it's just good enough should I find it. I could get the Grist. I can Grist next turn. If they pop the Relic and make this small, at least I can throw the Goyf at something and make it useful. Grist is a fun one, but I don't know if it's the right one. I mean, what's it between? That and Charmaw? I mean, if it's between Grist and Charmaw, I think I should just take the one I know I can cast, which is Grist. Then I'll attack. So if they have just one Saga token here, the onboard Liliana can get rid of it. If they keep the Relic in play, just shocking an artifact won't do it. They may be considering if they should pop the Relic now, because when their Saga dies, it's just going to keep the Goyf bigger. So let's see what they're doing here. Alright, so they're making a thing. It's a 2/2. It's going to be a 3/3 for free after they sack this and get something. Don't even know what they would get here, honestly. I guess they could get backup Relic. That would make some sense. They could get the lifelink thing. I guess that makes sense too, but they know about Kolaghan's command. So they can pop Needle. So what can I do here? Forest was obviously not a very good draw. I'm not missing lethal, right? The relic means that these things are going to shrink. Is there a way that I can entice them to pop the relic before my creatures connect? If I like try to hit it now, for example, what I could do is I could Kolagon's Command, Shatter, 2 damage here. They would pop this in response, then I'd at least have an instant in the yard. I can connect for 2. That still has them with the relic in play. Or sorry, with the Needle on the Liliana, but that's probably fine. Yeah, so I think what I should do is probably just like what I said, kill these 2 things. Alternatively, I could kill this and turn Liliana back on, but the Liliana would just be used to Edict this anyway, so shooting this is the exact same thing. Alright, so I will destroy target artifact, 2 to a target. Artifact, 2 to a target. Red. Another red land? No. Yep. So now the 2 damage will still kill the thing. I guess I'll play the land and attack for 2. This doesn't sacrifice planeswalkers, right? Sacrifice a creature specifically. Alright, so they can make a 3/3. Maybe I should upkeep Unholy Heat for some Delirium, although we're not going to be able to kill the 3/3 with it. And even if we don't hit something good on top, like the rest of our mana is probably going to be used on Grist anyway. So maybe upkeeping Unholy Heat doesn't actually achieve anything. Doesn't even that instant. I guess we're going to get enchantment and land into the yard, so Glyph is going to grow. Pretty good spot. They have 3 fresh cards, though, and they get to put something into play. Yeah, it's very likely I could have done this better. Having my 2 only green lands is on the awkward side. I would love to be able to like Unholy Heat this right now, for example. But we're here now. I get a map. Okay. Tower. Okay, well they can't complete the Tron right now. Alright, their thing is large. Alright, so now do I want to upkeep it? Probably. Like, literally just for Surveil. If we get one more type, this attacks past their construct and they're forced to chump. Seems like something we're interested in. I'm not really super close to Delirium. I want to kill Lily with Unholy Heat. Oh, because that adds Planeswalker. That's pretty smart. Good spot. Does the timing matter? And sack DRC with Grist for lethal. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Killing the opponent's good. Yeah, let's do it. Zip. Yeah, that does it. Trigger. Good spot, good spot. Doesn't matter. Draw. Alright, well, we can't actually cast that one, but this one will do just fine. Right, and this is big now. You may sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice a creature. This one. Kill a thing. This one. Cool. Da-ta! 2-1. Not bad. We lost to Dredge, so I mean, I feel like we're probably supposed to lose that one. Yeah, that was a good line indeed. Good job, good job. Only 45 minutes into the video and we're already three matches deep. That's got to be like a personal record. This just felt good with the exception of I have one tap land in the entire deck and it's bitten me twice. And I've got only two lands in the deck that produce only green, and it's bitten me once. So maybe the mana situation is leaving something to be desired. But I mean, other than that, this has felt pretty sweet so far. Seems just as if you'd been playing Jund a few times. Yeah, I believe it. Look at this tap land. It's doing it again. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, maybe I just need to take this tap land out. I thought since there was only one, it couldn't possibly bite me every single match, but here we are. What's up, James? Besage has been fine. Like, it hasn't been impressive at all, but I mean, like, we played Eldrazi last round, and it was nice having Insurance versus Chalice. We never saw the Chalice, but had they had one, it'd have been good. Alright, there. I'm assuming this is Illuris, yeah. Alright, I'll go turn to Channeler. If they're playing the Jund version of this and they've got the Ren and 6, it's gonna be pretty unfortunate. But I mean, I'm not gonna do nothing. I guess we could maybe even just hit the Delirium here. If we hit a non-artifact, non-land, non-planeswalker. It's a creature, that counts. So I'll definitely bin that. Now we're insulated from an opposing Ren and 6. We just pop the Bauble in response. And then I'm not going to pop it now because if they've got a discard spell, I don't want to give them one more option. Alright, it's black-red. I don't remember if they play Blood Moon in the main. They might. This explains why they took the Ren and 6 out of my hand. They've got a heat on top. Okay. Traverse. We do already have 4 card types. So what I could do here is I could cast Traverse and Heat. We know they have Heat on top, but they don't have a way to get Delirium. I need to kill this, though. I can't afford this connecting. Luris prevents Blood Moon. That is correct. Chat really helping out today. Specifically one person in chat. Alright, so obviously we're going to attempt to connect here. Alright, and then I do want to kill this. I can't play a monkey with the intention of blocking because we know the opponent is going to have the heat. I guess I should wait because that means they can't dash a second monkey. So now do I want to play their Forgotten Cave as a land or do I want to just traverse now? What am I getting against this opponent? I guess like Klothys is probably a pretty solid choice. All of the 1-mana creatures would just die really easily. I don't really want Fury. So this does in fact look like this looks like a matchup where I'm going to want the Klothys. Forgotten Cave means I can't play it next turn though, which is definitely annoying. Alright, so let's go Forest. Traverse. Grist. I mean, this just means I get to keep it in the deck. Yeah, I'll keep it in the deck. I could just get the Grist. Is that good? I mean, it's probably great. Same issue of I can't play it immediately unless I draw the untapped land. And I don't want to get Goyf because I feel like that would just die too easily. Yeah, I kind of want to get the Klothys and see how that does. So I'll get that. Say go. You'll help out and say that I should probably kill the Ragavan? Good advice. Yeah, I know I don't have double black. You're talking about for the Grist? You don't need double black for Grist, or for the Liliana. We've got mana for Klothys. Alright, so we'll kill this now. You like Klothys as a card? Me too, it's cool. It's a bit slow, but in the matchups where you can afford to be slow, it's just an absolute house. Dalthy Voidwalker. Untap land would be sick. Another monkey. I could dash a monkey. I think I'm gonna dash a monkey. We know they have Unholy Heat, so it's not gonna do very well at blocking. Plus, maybe we hit something good off of their library. Like another Heat or a Bolt would be ideal. Even a discard spell would be fine. You're saying Klothys lost a lot of value with PE and Shadow Spear. I don't know what PE is off the top of my head. You mind spelling it out for me? Prismatic. Makes sense. Yeah. Having an answer to an indestructible permanent is not ideal, I will admit. So they add Luris to their hand and hit with the Walker. Yep. Boseiju. I mean, that's an answer to Den if that ever becomes an issue. I've drawn both of my green sources, my only green sources again. So I could play Boseiju, but I've only got... Actually, I do have two red. So I could play Boseiju, cast Klothys, and cast Monkey. Is that better than Boseijuing? I mean, they're not going to have time to activate this Den, so it's probably not a real consideration that Den's going to get going anytime soon. Yeah, Boseiju has been relatively hard on the mana, but the payoff might be worth the pain. Yeah, I think I'm going to want to go Monkey and Klothys here. If I dash Monkey and they block, I can't Klothys. This obviously has to connect. Jam. And then I'll go for their permanents first. In their graveyard, or the castable permanents, meaning not the lands, because they do have a Luris about to get going. So we know about Unholy Heat. We know about Luris. Luris is double black. Is this Kolaghan's command? And me discard a card. I couldn't cast that one anyway. I guess they could sacrifice Voidwalker to cast a Liliana. They give themselves Delirium, of course. Yeah, I almost wonder if they're going to want to give themselves a Liliana here. This has to attack. This can't block Monkey. Yeah, I think they want a Liliana here. Makes sense to me. Alright, let's see if Klothys shines. The last card in the opponent's hand is a Luris. Alright, big draw step. Oh yeah. Goyf is fine. So the last card's Luris. They've got 2 monkeys. So I guess I'll hit Voidwalker. Drainia. That was a fine hit. I mean, it is big. 6-7. This Clothis has been better than Grist so far. Grist would have just been attacked. Alright, so here comes back the first monkey. I'll go after the next monkey next. I could go after the sorcery in order to remove creature, in order to remove delirium. But I think I want to make sure this Luris can continue casting things. Each player discards a card. Discarded a Kolaghan's command. So they're just loading up an edict. Yeah, that has to attack. Alright, another big draw step here. Big draw step. Hiya. That was good. So that gets the monkey out of the way, which means that they're forced to chump, right? Because this is a 6 power. That was a really good draw. So they're forced to chump. Given that they're forced to chump, I think now I should go after the delirium. They're gonna add the delirium again after chumping. So let's go at the Inquisition. Oh, that shrinks Glyph though. So they don't have to block anymore. Or no, I have a sorcery of my own. Duh. Okay, good. So I thought I punted, but then I actually didn't punt. Excellent. Cloth is still short of activating, unfortunately. Alright, so this is a 6-7. They will be forced to block with the Luris. They will then Edict me. And then it's Clothis versus the world. I guess they still do have Den. So even a land isn't that bad of a draw for them. Untapped land, that is. Alright, so they're presumably needing to say bye to the Liliana. Yeah, take us home, Clothis, indeed. Alright, they did find untapped land. So this looks like Edict me with Liliana, activate Bugbear, attack for a total of 5. Here comes the Den. My two draw steps have been good so far in this late game. So yeah. So not Den. There's a card in Vintage Cube that I know is bugged. The one white like better Brimaz, like when it attacks, whenever something attacks, you can like put a thing in to play tapped and attacking. It's like you can't choose what it attacks when it comes into play. So I was wondering if they would have a similar issue with Den, but apparently not. I should probably hit the Luris. In case they've got Unearth or like Kolaghan's Command or something wacky. Alright, I'll play the land. So they need to kill me within the 2 turns that Clothis would kill them. So they're going to attack me for 6 here, and then 7 next turn. That's short, because Clothis is going to gain us 2 life, right? So 4, 5, 6. They're hitting us for 6, putting us to 5. But we're gonna gain 2 up to 7, so it is actually good enough by Xaxes. So we need something here. We need to draw something here. Bobble. Don't know. I guess I'll hit a monkey. We're at 7. So as it is, they're hitting for exactly 7. We need an instant speed answer to anything. Oh god, they have Croaks on top. Well, I guess if they're casting Croaksa, they're not activating Den. So I need an instant speed answer to something. That's game 1, so I guess that's only like Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat's the most obvious one that comes to mind. Alright, well that wasn't it. If I were the opponent, I would assume they go for it. They have to kill me here. Yeah, like and then if I draw it, like it's just a bad beat for them. Right, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6. It puts a 7th one into play. That's exactly 7. Yeah, Inquisition did not do it, unfortunately. Alright, going to game 2. Let's bring in Kolagon's Command. Let's bring in Nile's Spell Bomb. Come on. Alright. I don't know that I want to Plague Engineer. I mean, we can kill Monkey with it. That's about it, though. We may want Ashiok just as a way to make their fetches worse, which is probably the least reason we would want it. It makes their Luris worse, it makes their Dragon Rage's Channelers worse, and it makes their Croakses worse. That's probably reason enough. Don't think I want any of these other ones, so I think I would like to fit in these 7. What am I taking out? Probably discard spells. One more cut. Is it possible I should just cut a Bobble? I think all of these 1s are good, all 16 of them. Goyf is probably fine. All these traverse targets seem like they're going to have good spots. Yeah, I'll cut a Bobble. Clothis was so close to taking us there. 1 turn too slow. And, it would have been a turn faster if we had an untapped land. But that top land killed us. The game would have obviously maybe played a little bit differently. But still. Alright, this hand's atrocious. Oh my god, this hand is somehow worse. I think I have to keep it, though. And they still companion Doloris, so we don't have to play around Blood Moon. I guess I'll just ditch this. Done. I'll go turn 1 Blackleaf Cliffs. If I don't have to Unholy Heat something, I'll cycle the Cave. Just nothing on turn 1. Alright. It's a lot of bubbles. For what it's worth, the opponent should probably be doing this on my upkeep, so if I draw a discard spell, which isn't in my deck, but they don't know that, I won't have an extra option. Renin 6 would be an excellent find. Now that I've got a cave in the yard. Come on, Renin 6. A different red-green card, but that one's also good. Alright, so they know about the Verdant. I'll play that one. Maybe sticking it on turn 3 will make it better. If they play a creature here, I could just untap and Liliana it. But I do think I want to heat it so I can get the Clothis going. Voidwalker, huh? Yeah, I'll heat it. Heating it is worse against like a dashed monkey. So like maybe I should just cast the Liliana on it. But I want to get this Clothis going. I really do. Alright, so I'll get Stomping Ground here, and then I'll fetch basic Swamp. Not a land. I just don't want to draw lands anymore. Alright, that's a land. Get this going. Okay, that makes me glad I did it this way. Because Clothis would have been pretty sad in the yard. Croxa. Alright, well, I will bin Bloodstained Mire. And now I would like basically anything, honestly. Clothis can eat the Croxa. So this is just a lightning strike to the dome, basically. Something good. That's good. Really good, actually. Might have been the best possible. Return Forgotten Cave. Wow. Alright, well this is shaping up nicely. I've been drawing pretty well this match, for even considering having lost the first one. They're not doing anything. That's got to be good for me. That's a good one. The Voidwalker. Just because they have Kolaghan's Command and stuff in the deck, so I think I should try to take those targets out when possible. They're just going to Kolaghan's Command it in response, though. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a consideration, just not target it, at least while they've got mana available. They want us to discard a card. This one. Yeah, maybe I should just not target their stuff, at least while they've got the mana available. Alright, so let's still get back Forgotten Cave. And I guess I can cycle it now, because if I find a threat, I can cast it. So yeah, that was a small punt. Liliana. That's a good one. I don't want to discard the Kolaghan's Command, though. I think I'm just going to pass and hold up the Kolaghan's Command. If they go Voidwalker here, or like dash a monkey, I'll just kill it. Instant speed. Is this a discard plus Voidwalker? Well, we've got an answer to the Voidwalker either way. Yeah. Yeah, typically I don't like these discard spells because like when you get into the late game, they get a lot worse. We're about to get to the late game though, so hopefully that means they've got some number of not great cards left in the library. Like early to mid, they're like kind of fine. Got another Croxa though. All right, well I guess I'll have to shock you and have you discard it then. So obviously it would just leave my hand anyway. I mean, I could leave it in my hand such that the opponent, such that I could effectively not lose 3, or they can take 2. Yeah, see, here's the Thoughtseize again. Like they're getting a lot worse starting now. All right, I'll snipe it out of the yard with the Clothis. So we know about Voidwalker in hand, but that's it. We've got a lot of good draws in the deck. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. Traverse. We don't actually have Delirium yet, funny enough. Alright, let's hit the Croxa. Return Forgotten Cave. Cycle Forgotten Cave. Spell Bomb. That will give us Delirium. I can just traverse now. What am I getting off of it? Probably, Grist. So I think I'm gonna wait. Reason being is if they have a discard spell, I want to keep the Grist in the deck. If they play a Voidwalker, I'll need to Spellbomb in response. Yeah, because if I go for the Spellbomb now, draw a card, Traverse. Then if they cast a discard spell, the Grist is just gone forever, barring Kolaghan's Command, which is we have one gone already. All right, I guess that's the hard way to do it. All right, so now I'll Spellbomb them. Hit Ashiok, that's fine. I still think I should just go for the Grist, though. Beseiju. I'll want to hit a redundant thing, so let's hit a Planeswalker. Alright, so... Traverse. Get the Grist. Plus the Grist. And then I'll hold Beseiju in hand. Go. Don't know that there's anything that I would want to hit with it, but you never know. Kind of don't need the mana anymore. They shocked. Do they have a the kicker thing? Oh, they don't. So what did they hold up to? They got like another Voidwalker maybe? I was thinking they were gonna have a Turak and like kick it. Okay. It doesn't really do much. So how do I lose here? I guess we lose by them flipping something ridiculous off of Voidwalker. I do want to plus this. I guess I'll put this into play as a distraction of sorts. I'll mill them. If I mill myself, they just all go to exile anyway. Nile Spellbomb went to exile. I don't think they're going to sack their Voidwalker for a Spellbomb. Alright, let me pop open chat so my face isn't covering my board here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted this. Right? No? Why can't I remember how to show my chat? Interesting. Oh, there it is. I just, like, couldn't read it. Opponent said they misclicked at some point at 7:34. What time is it? 7:54. So that was a while ago. Whew. Come on, computer. There we go. They hit the Grist. Okay. Alright, so I could sacrifice the Grist to have the insect kill the Voidwalker, which I should probably just do. Alright, let's hit something redundant. This run in 6 is redundant. If I plus the Grist and make another thing, they're just going to attack and kill it anyway. We don't have any creatures in the yard, so let's sacrifice a creature. If they kill the insect token in response, that would be unfortunate. Alright, cool. Kill this. Deal. I guess I'll cast a Bobble. Alright, they've conceded. Alright. Going to game 3. Any changes? Don't think so. Could have attacked for one first. Yeah, you're right. Could have attacked for one. I got excited. Engineer for any reason whatsoever. Again, it only really kills monkey. It's not a lot. I could brutality. Kills monkey, kills Voidwalker. Does not kill powered up. Dragon's Rage Channeler does not kill Croxa. I think I'm just going to resubmit. We even mulliganed that game, so that paid off. We don't have a way to interact, but we do have 1, 2, 3. Like, if they go turn 1 monkey and I can't answer it immediately, we could be in trouble. So I guess we hope they don't have turn 1 monkey. So you just, like, can't mulligan serviceable hands. They mulligan to 5, though. Alright. Well, if they've got a monkey, that could be a way they climb back into it. I feel like we've got a game. Yeah, we've got a game. I mean, they need a removal spell, or else I am just going to block. If I draw a Heat... If I draw a Fury, I might just Fury it, to be honest. Like, I need this thing to not connect. Well, so like I have to shock anyway next turn. I guess I'll shock now because in the event I draw my Terminate next turn, it's gonna look really suspicious when I shock and say go when I play Blackleaf Cliffs. So shocking it now actually disguises a potential Terminate. I don't want to play my basics first. The opponent has disconnected. That's unfortunate. Here, let me just pop this stuff open. Yeah, they lost connection. So yeah, all in all, this list has felt surprisingly smooth. But honestly, that probably happens when like 24 cards in your main deck cost a single mana. Or 22. Like, the top of the curve is not very deep. Oh no. They're gonna get in with Monkey, which was a fear. Hopefully Tarmogoyf will be sufficient to keep them at bay. They found a Channeler. Oh gosh. Was kind of hoping they'd have bricked there. Urborg? Interesting. And a Thoughtseize. Wow. Okay. They're playing pretty quick. We are behind. I think there goes Tarmogoyf. That's the thing that would stop the monkey. Makes sense to me. Big draw step. Wait. I don't want to traverse for nothing. Okie dokie. They mulliganed a lot, but it looks like it's maybe going to pay off. Them hitting Channeler off of the top of my library was a big oof. Alright, they hit a land this time, though, so that's a little bit of a relief. Voidwalker, too? Jeez. That's going to make it hard to turn Delirium on. We need to draw Fury, but then we don't even have a red card. Alright, so if I Liliana Edict them, it's going to suck. Because then they're going to have Voidwalker for my Liliana. I mean, I have to start killing their stuff. Not really a way around it. I could plus, but then they kill Liliana anyway, and then they get to cast a Liliana again anyway. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Yeah, not having that removal spell really hurt. Alright, so I guess Voidwalker at Lily, Ragavan at me. Come on, hit a blank, hit a blank. That's a blank. Was this Luris to hand? Yeah. These treasures are annoying. I mean, 1-mana removal spell would still be very good here. Not quite. Alright, so I guess we can go Channeler Liliana, but this Luris is going to wreck my day now. That'll go into exile. I'm going to Edict them just to stop the heat. I mean, they're just going to Luris, buy something back, though. Plussing doesn't really do a lot. Yeah, I'm losing this game pretty handily. Don't actually have the delirium for these stupid traverses right now. Voidwalker's making it difficult. So they're going to get to go Liliana here and Luris and replay something. Yeah. I think we're just dead. What would have to happen for me to come back? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have just mulliganed for that 1-mana removal spell. Okay, yeah, this game's way over, right? I guess we're keeping the Liliana for what it's worth. Let's see what I draw. What the hell? Like, if I hit Spell Bomb, draw something good off of Spell Bomb, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I do think the keep was right. And Unearth. Whew. Jeez. The last card is Luris, though. I mean, we can plus the Liliana and kill the Luris that way. Kill your Liliana. I mean, now we're still facing down this board, which is pretty good. Alright, so they just kill the walkers. They might not even care about the walkers. They should probably at least kill Liliana. How do I even kill this Turok, though? I don't have Delirium. I mean, I have Terminate in the deck. Yeah, they're just killing the walkers. If they drew a blank here, I've got a window. It's a narrow window, but a window. Alright, that's not a blank. And unfortunately, do not have a Damnation in the deck. Bobble is not going to do it. Alright, I'll scoop. Yeah, I mean, they did mulligan pretty aggressively, and I think I was forced to keep an edgy hand. I mean, it had a 1-2-3 curve with 3 lands in it, and I just was hoping they didn't have a monkey and a removal spell to get my monkey out of the way, and they did. And I did not find a way to kill it. Brutal, but it happens. But yeah, I think that does display a little bit the floor on Traverse. Although, in the corner of Traverse, they did have a Voidwalker in play, so we would have maybe had the Delirium had they not had the Voidwalker. Also, we just kind of got flooded on it, you know? Like, had we drawn one Traverse and it was bad? Okay. But we found more than one. keep. Luris again. I'll get Blood Crypt with this. This makes green. We want a lot of black for Liliana. They mulliganed once. We're going to get a redemption match? No, so probably Grixis Shadow. So them taking Channeler maybe means they're light on removal, which makes having drawn Monkey pretty attractive. I guess I'll just cast the Monkey. Go. Yeah, I mean, the read to me is that either they don't care about my removal spells, meaning they don't have a lot of threats, or they're also short on removal of their own. Which are pretty opposite cases. So maybe that's not actually any info that's usable. The Grixis prediction was correct. Wasn't super far-fetched. Boo. Another land. Well, I guess I'll continue the string of them having perfect information if it lets me cast a Unholy Heat when I want to. Dash a Monkey. Yep. I'll fetch Shock, Stomping Ground, cast a Heat. Say yes. Zap. I could just block, but I'd rather not lose my creature for no reason. Fury. Against Grixis, that's unlikely to kill a lot. I think I'll just bin it. So they know my entire hand. They know I've got Liliana. This is playing pretty well for me into the Liliana. They did know about this, right? Yeah, they knew about it. More lands I'm not super interested in. Edict targeting you. And I'll attack for one. Why not? I guess the reason to not attack for one would be a dashed monkey. That's probably reason enough to not attack. One damage in the grand scheme of things is probably unlikely to matter. If I had a mana available and I could heat a dashed monkey, then I'd attack. And put Luris to hand. Yup. Alright, I will ditch the land to keep Tarmogoyf and Unholy Heat in hand. So their last card will be Lurrus, no doubt. I guess I'm going to lose a life here so I can heat on the opponent's turn. Kind of a giveaway that I have it, but they also literally know that I have it, right? Because of their early discard spell. This is what they knew about. So yeah, they literally know about the heat already. Not exactly giving anything away. Iteration. It's a good find. Them just luricing here doesn't really do anything. So Iteration is probably actually their best draw. That said, they're still in a spot. We have instant land creature in the yard. Casting this won't change anything, although Edicting would. Gwaif's already pretty thick. Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Another iteration? Jeez. What's happening here? So they still have a Bauble that's castable in exile, right? Heat the Goyf. Yeah, that works. Unfortunate. Bauble. So they need to sacrifice the Bauble now, so that way they draw the card and can afford to discard something that isn't afford to discard something to Liliana that isn't the Lurrus. We drew Bauble. If I cast the Bauble, I can get Delirium, attack them for 3. I'm probably just not gonna activate this Liliana. I do want to keep the heat in hand, but I also do want to hit them for 3. Been that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna not activate the Liliana. The secret 4th mode. If I find an instant speed interactive spell, I'm gonna want access to it immediately. They've got another iteration on top? Jeez. Brutal. I mean, we were very ahead until they found 3 iterations in a row. I mean, we're still maybe ahead, but it's gonna be rough. Something good? I guess it's fine. Lead on iteration number 3. They like have to find a removal spell in all of this, right? So we know they've got Lurrus in hand, and nothing else is known to us. Polluted Delta. That's not a removal spell. Dash a monkey. Alright, at the beginning of combat, I'll heat it. That's the one that they knew about. Okay. Alright. That was a sweat. I thought I was like locked to win that until the iteration and iteration, and then I bobbled them and saw another iteration, which made me nervous too. Alright. Spell bombs for sure. I guess Kolaghan's Command is unlikely to kill something, but in a grindy matchup, it's probably just fine. Fury doesn't really kill a lot. I don't think I'm wanting the Ashiok. It makes their Channelers worse. It makes their Lurrus worse. It makes their Kroxa worse. They do play a lot of fetches. On the draw, it's a little bit slow. What's up, Coco? Playing some Traverse shenanigans, and it's felt pretty good so far. I think I'm just taking out discard spells at this point, because I dislike discard versus non-combo, non-control. Maybe I even just bring in these Ashioks for the other 2 Inquisitions. I mean, Inquisition is probably fine. On the play, I think I'm bringing the Ashioks in, but on the draw, they're probably just a bit too slow. This is another one of those hands where it's like I can't really mulligan it, but if they've got the monkey on one and I can't kill it... Alright, well, they don't have monkey on one. That's the good news. They took the Liliana. Interesting. So I don't know why they didn't take the discard spell, but I guess it is how it is. I'll cast the bubble and target them first, so I get more info on this Inquisition. They've got a land on top. Okay. I guess I'll just shock. Good fetch to take a land out of the deck, but seems mostly inconsequential. Well, given that I don't have removal, I guess I should probably just take a shadow. I don't have a creature of my own, but they've got 2 removal spells too. It's going to be harder for me to beat their threats than it's going to be for them to beat mine, so I'll take the shadow. Alright, so this is what we know of. Monkey, okay. There's a Mire, which we knew of. So they've got Drown up. Liliana's good. We are 1 type short, but adding a land will actually get us there. I could dash the monkey, which would assuredly either evoke the heat or the drown. Alternatively, I could just cast the monkey normally and traverse. What would I traverse for? Colossus is dangerous against the shadows, but still probably good. I could Grist. Grist would also be quite good, but both Drown and Heat deal with it. I guess if I get Colossus, they have to have Drown up for it because they can't kill it otherwise. Yeah, I think I want to cast Monkey and cast Traverse, but I have to fetch to do it. That's fine, though. I'll get Stomping Ground. Say yes. Alright, I've got Delirium. Let's do this. They might even just drown this, but I doubt it. They could just drown what I get. Bertu says, can I ask what I think about Thopter Blade or Urza Blade? How is it a good deck? Well, it was definitely good at a time. I guess I'd have to think about it. I mean, it's probably fine. A lot of the decks out there right now are like highly interactive, which I think is pushed by the whole Monkey Dragon Rage's Channeler meta. So I mean, lots of stuff is really good at interacting, like in a format that isn't really trying to do a whole lot of disrupting. It's probably excellent. Like it's faster than a lot of the combo decks. It's grindier than a lot of the mid-range decks. But if you're playing against like big mana combo, like it's probably like, yeah, I'd have to really think about it. I don't want to say anything stupid, but it seems like it's probably fine. I don't think it's fantastic, but I'd really have to think about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Clothis here, like I said, and then do that, and say go. So if they don't hold up Drown here, I'll go for the Liliana. If they don't hold up Drown, if they put Drown down, I'll cast Clothis, because once this sticks, I feel like they're gonna have a real hard time getting rid of it. Alright, so they're heating, which makes sense. That's probably just correct. We know about other Mire. Interesting. So this could just be like fetch, shock, play shadow, hold up, drown, which would make a lot of sense. It's just a 1/1. It's a baby. That was not a good draw. So what I guess I can do is I could just cast the Clothis anyway, which would be beneficial if the opponent does not rip a second creature, and then Liliana can take care of the shadow. That bites me if they draw another creature or another copy of Drown. If I just go for the Liliana, I could be in trouble to this to this Death Shadow. So I think what I have to do is go for the Liliana, or sorry, go for the Clothis, because they have to counter it if they want to deal with it at all. So yeah, let's Clothis. I think that's probably fine. Then if they go for the counter, hopefully Liliana gets through. Yeah, I'm happy to see Boomerjun too. Alright, so that gets the drown as expected. So now we hope that the Liliana can stick. If they just like put Luris to hand, for example, then the Liliana should be fine. What is this? We got a discard spell. Brutal. Okie dokie. Time to try to get a little lucky. I mean, we have Forgotten Cave to cycle and maybe find something. Heat. That does it, right? I guess barring another drown. Alright, so let's go land. If their last card in hand is a drown in the lock, I want them to use the mana on their turn, so I think I should be upkeeping it. I guess I could cycle now. If I find a creature, I could also just play that immediately too, which is probably something I'm interested in. If I find a creature and want to play it, then I'll Unholy Heat first to play around Spell Pierce. But until then, let's just do it this way. Terminate. Well, to play around Spell Pierce, and drown best, I still think I want to heat on their upkeep. And I'll just save the terminate for the next thing. Okay. Luris to hand. Yep. So we can terminate it. If they don't find a land, they don't actually have a bauble yet. So maybe they don't get value off of it, but they'll probably be smart about it and just wait until they can get value off of it. Alright, Tomb seems like a fine get. Alright, big draw step. Can I get a Grist? There's only one in the deck. Alright, another removal spell is fine, I guess. We just don't want to draw lands from this point on. Alright, so that means they can go Luris plus Shadow, which we can answer, but then we're at parity. And then whose average draw is better? They've got some bangers in there. There's that. Yep. Here's a Shadow as a 6/6. So I have to kill both of these, obviously. In the event that I draw Liliana of the Veil, I think I'm not going to kill both here. I think I'll just kill one. Which one? I guess the Luris has to die no matter what, so let's just kill that. So then this will look smart if I draw Liliana of the Veil. Inquisition. Well, that is, I guess, fine. It's not ideal, but fine. See, this is like the mid to late game discard spells that I don't like to see. Alright, well, Thoughtseize doesn't do anything. I don't want them to draw a drown to counter this, so I'll just do it now. See, now discard spells are bad. No, it won't what? I don't remember what you're referring to. What happened? Zephyrus, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. In the event they've got a discard spell on top of their library, or they have one in hand, so I will pop this at their upkeep such that I don't draw a card and give them the opportunity to Thoughtseize it. Oy, there's the iteration. Here we go. Unholy Heat. Well, that's at least a brick. So at 1 for 1. Yeah. So we don't have the oh, we do have the Forgotten Cave. That's good. All right, so they don't even have a counter available right now, which is excellent. All right, so let's return Forgotten Cave. If they cast a Croxa next turn, I guess I actually don't want to play the land because I want to be able to cycle and keep the thing I cycled. You find another one? Jeez. Well, the first one we got lucky. Got a very decent crowd tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping by. They found a shadow. And a channeler. Okay. Danger. They're being very patient with this Thoughtseize. Cycle. We need answers. That's not an answer. That's a blocker. It's a pretty big one. I guess we've returned cave, cycle cave. Could take a land out of the deck first, but the 1 life may matter more. Another N and 6 is not ideal. So their Thoughtseize means that this can grow to 8/8. The only thing missing now is Tribal. Yeah, these iterations really did it. I guess that one we didn't know about. I'll yield to that. So we still know of a Thoughtseize in the opponent's hand. Not that that information does anything at this point. They might just cast it to grow this. In fact, they should, because then they can lethal me and I'm forced to chump. Think they saw the line. Uh-huh. And Dash Monkey. Uh-oh. Well, I am obviously forced to block Shadow. Looks like we're going to be going to a game 3. They reveal Blackleaf Cliffs. That's fine. Obviously, fine. The 1 life does matter, right? Because if I find this, if I can find a way to kill this, I would go to 1. Come on, deck. Alright, so that they know what we're drawing. Which is a land. Not good. Heat. That kills this, but then I'm still dead to Shadow. Alright, we're dead. Alright, game 3. On the play, I mentioned I probably wanted to bring the Ashiok in on the play. They'd have been great there, barring the Shadow. I think I'm just taking out the discard spells for him. This matchup's got to be pretty close, right? Like, we've got a lot of bangers, but so do they. Maybe I didn't play the Liliana Clothis turns correctly. I mean, I did have the discard spell early in that game, and then I had taken a Shadow, which also would have beaten me had I not taken it. But I mean, I could have taken the Drown with the idea that maybe I can work towards the Liliana. I don't know, it's kind of close. Let's go first. Yep, we'll keep it. I guess I will shock. I guess in the event I draw Blackleaf Cliffs. In the event I draw exactly Blackleaf Cliffs, it's going to be better if I fetch first. I'll get Stomping Ground. Say yes. Cast this. Say go. Obviously, I don't want to draw Stomping Ground. But this at least makes it best if I do find it. Bye, Renin 6. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's just go Blood Crypt tapped. That means we can't hold up Spellbomb plus paying the black, but it's very unlikely we would want to do that anyway. Oh, no. They're taking all of our fun stuff. Just all the discard spells, huh? Alright, it'd be like that. Maybe they take the Traverse this time. If they take the instant, we get to Traverse for something, which could be good. Yeah, they have to take the Traverse. Alright, we gotta be triple discard. Hopefully they don't have a threat to follow it all up. But we are behind. Hiya. I guess that's fine. I will... I guess tap this way. We can heat off of Stomping Ground, pop Spellbomb, and pay for it off of Swamp. Boo. All of the discard spells, yeah. Alright, I think I'm just gonna pop this now because I just need to find anything to do. They didn't have a 1-mana creature on top of all of that, at least. Renin 6 is a good one. Alright, let's just cast it. Buy it back. Verdant, and then I guess we can Scry Trick with the Bauble. I'll do it on the opponent's turn, though, so if they find a discard spell, they don't have access to it. Oh, I guess they've already used 4 of them. Kind of insane. It's not super... I think that's probably more than half the ones they've got in the deck. Kind of funny. Alright, so they didn't have the threat last turn. So now we don't want to see expressive iteration. We don't want to see a threat. I guess the benefit to popping this now would be that if they find a monkey and they dash a monkey, we don't have an opportunity to find a heat or a terminate. That's fine. The onboard Ren and 6 actually deals with that. This is like put Luris to hand. Okay. Yep. Alright, so end step. Let's scry trick ourselves. We've got a terminate on top. I think I want that. We can terminate the Luris. Not after they've already gotten some value off of it, unfortunately. They're letting Ren and 6 kill the DRC because they know they can just Luris it back. So with that in mind, do I want to just plus it? I don't think so, because it's a pretty big nightmare if they go like threat, threat, threat. We know at a minimum they can go threat plus threat, but it's like the third one that's really making me nervous. Yeah, I mean, I don't want them attacking my Ren and 6. Let's just kill it. This also incentivizes them to play the Luris. I'll keep the land in hand in case they Croxa and I want to keep terminate. So if they go like Luris, play Channeler here. Oh, you have a bolt. If they go like Luris, play Channeler here, and we can go kill it, and we're at parity with the Ren and 6 in play, that's maybe a spot where we're winning. Iteration is a dangerous place for us to start. I guess that means no Croxa right now. Or, sorry, no Luris right now. They found a monkey, jeez. Do I have to terminate it? I mean, if they go at the Ren and 6, I probably just let it take the hit. If they go at me, it's a different story. If they're going at me... Ugh. Do I have to, like, just hope they don't hit anything stupid off of it? If they find one of my monkeys or one of my channelers, it's going to feel really, really bad. The thing is, they're just going to keep on dashing it. I think I've got to kill it. And they can just Luris it back, which obviously sucks, but... yeah, it's just not a good spot. Alright. Big draw step time. Big draw step time. That one's good. I mean, they're still going to have Luris is the issue. And I guess I just have to play it and plus it. It's not going to edict something, unfortunately. It was much better than a land, though, obviously. They ditched a heat. Okay, so I'll buy back this land. So their last card is Luris. They can go Luris, dash, monkey. But they don't want to dash monkey because then there's only Luris in play and Liliana can edict it. They don't want a Luris plus monkey normally because then we can ping monkey and edict Luris. This is a key turn. I guess they could just play the Channeler. We can't actually ping the Channeler. They are dashing, though? Interesting. That must mean that they've... what? I guess they found, like, another... like, an Unholy Heat or, like, a Lightning Bolt or something? Or, like, if they found another one-mana creature that... they must have found a one-mana creature, which is, like, the Nightmare scenario. Yeah, this has to be one-mana creature, which is the Nightmare. They didn't? They left the Luris exposed. This has to be a heat then, right? Like, it just has to be a heat or a bolt. So they're going to see what we draw. A Traverse? Alright, kill the Luris, please. They needed to not dash a monkey there. Yeah, I guess I Traverse. So the Grist is gone already. I guess the highest value thing I can do is Cloth this. That would force them to kill me sooner rather than later. I think I'm going to Cloth this. I could dash Monkey. But then if they've got a burn spell, it's bad. But we know they don't have a burn spell because they had done it. They don't get 3 turns, though. They get 2. Because I can ping them with Ren and 6 twice and shorten it. And they know about this land. Might as well play it. They get a few extra looks. Double threat from the opponent would still be really, really bad for me. We need them to not play 2 creatures. That one we knew about. I think they have to go face because they need to find spells. Alright, please no whammies. Please no whammies. Alright, they hit a Bloodstained Mire. That was a big miss. Heat the Ren. Okay, so that buys him a turn. I guess I'll take a land out of my deck. We've got a lot of bangers. Alright, so in the event they're playing something wacky like Unearth, I should probably hit the Luris with this Clothis. Come on, deck. That's a good one. Alright, so I'll hit the Luris. Play this. They could drown it. Okay. And then I think I'm just going to fire off the ping, like, immediately. And then I guess this goes up. Okay. So they have to get the Clothis off the board somehow or gain life. Sick. Wow. What a spot for Traverse. So that was a cool league. I guess we got exactly one. We got exactly one chest. We should open it, right? One chest. We've got to open it. Endurance. We hit. Sick. A nice open to finish a nice league. That's going to be it for this recording. I am going to be playing another league, though, so if you want some more Jund action, be sure to stick around. I'm going to take like a 2 to 3 minute break so I can like get more water and stuff. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Remember to like and subscribe for more awesome free Jund content. So until next time, see ya and have a good one.